We're gonna let the algorithm let all of our friends know that we are now live for Watercolor Wednesday. My name is Gabriel Stockton, and if you're watching this on the replay, come join us some Wednesday live at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Today, we are going to be painting another old cool building, and I'm super excited about it because well, there might be some cool future developments. And oh, these are old ones we painted, right? And but first, what I'm gonna do, I was at an event and someone gave me this QO, or I guess they just call it core watercolors. So we're gonna paint this out now. Yes, you all know that I'm a Daniel Smith brand ambassador, but I'm allowed to paint with other things. But I'm not here to sway you either way. But when these things come my direction, I like to share them. And some of my regulars, you know who you are, love it. Love it when I swatch these out. There's another one around here somewhere. If you go back, we looked at this green gold PG10. And there was a couple other colors we've done. We did some of the new ones that came out. Hey, I'm seeing some people on here with already thumbs up. Who's here? Put it in the chat. I see the chat is right there. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up. So, there's another color here. And, so yes, I got this at an event, mystery paint, and I opened it up, and what comes out? This thing. So, have you used Golden before? I am familiar with Golden. Golden makes some other products out there that Daniel Smith doesn't make, and some other stuff as well. And I was looking to see Carrie Waller, if she had this Daniel Smith turquoise. If you don't know who Carrie Waller is, I did an interview with her. Go watch that interview. And no, that's Cascade Green. But there was this other paint. I was at Joseph Zavukovic's workshop last month. This is what we need. So when we're doing these swatch outs, we want a nice black line here. Do you remember why we put the black line? And we don't want it to smudge. Put in the chat. Hi, Marie. Marie, I'm so sorry I missed your call. Let's try to figure out how to connect. So you can use a Sharpie too. And this Sharpie is dead. Sadly. It was my mother's. She's long gone too. But I got my mom's Sharpie here. And right there. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for leaving me a Sharpie. Alright. Well, I know that other color is somewhere around here. So I've got some goodies to share today. We're gonna first do this, we're gonna look at this turquoise. Now, my paint. We're moving things around here in the lab. I crack up when people on YouTube are saying that. I'm a YouTuber. I also watch a lot of YouTube. So this is really dark, huh? And it's almost as dark as this cap. Now, we always want to use like a mop, or this is the new Evolution Ultimo. John Coach, he's from Spain, where this brush is made. This is the number 12 that came out. We're getting more water in these hairs with this brush. I love it because it's got this flat part. Now that thing just doesn't roll away. I'm on an angle here. So, you want to get some clean water. I had some ice water around here somewhere. What are you drinking? What kind of beverage you got going on? Put it in the chat. So, get this nice and wet and bring it on down. All right. That is gonna now change my water completely. Whoa. And I almost put it in my big water, which is gonna not be okay for today's painting. So, pretty rich. Now, the real test is when this dries, all right? So, that's core ultramarine turquoise. Now, I do have the Daniel Smith ultramarine turquoise right over here in my handy dandy. You know what I do is I lay them flat, and you know those little drawers that you can get for your bolts and screws? This little dude, like that. This is how I keep these paints. And these are greens, so I'm thinking that turquoise, it's gotta be in this with the greens, right? Persian green, Hooker's green. Can I say that on YouTube? Chromium green, rare green earth. Put in the comments if you have any of these. Phthalo green. That almost was like a phthalo turquoise, really. The way it just turned all my... So I'll have to investigate if this is a staining color. If you know about these, put it in the chat. You can always put it in the chat later. Oh, this looks like turquoise. Phthalo green, blue shade. Nope. All right, well, it looks like we're gonna go grab the blues. See, I am an organized person. And blues. Mr. Blue Drawer, where are you? Do. Oh. This looks like. Nope, Viridian. How many greens are there? Phthalo turquoise. We're gonna try that one for sure. Because this feels like phthalo. You know, it doesn't look like it lifts. Now that's cobalt turquoise. That's the one I typically use. Ultramarine turquoise. There we are, right? Ultramarine turquoise. Yep. Alright. Okay. How's it going, you guys? It has not been a June gloom-y last 3 days here. It's been a warm day. So this has PG7, PB29, which is ultramarine blue, and So what this one said was PB29, which is ultramarine blue, and PG7. Oh, yeah, it's kind of interesting. It goes from like light to dark on there. Huh. I didn't even know. Wow. So ultramarine blue is not, ultramarine turquoise. Yep, that one's dark too. Ultramarine turquoise is not anything like cobalt turquoise. And I will also, we'll do that one. Watch this. That looks like turquoise to me, ladies and gentlemen. Is our friend, Kane here? Dr. Kane? Any doctors in the house? All 5 of you. There were 3 thumbs up. What happened? Maybe just 2. Phthalo turquoise. We're going to put that down too. Just a smidge. Oh my gosh. I will have to get the Holy Hottie back in here because I ruined my water for my other demo. Because we're doing we're doing like reds and oranges, and this water, look at this water. Jeez. Can you see it? I don't know. All right, here we go. Bum, 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 bum. And what? Look at that. Let's add some more water here. And I'll put it right up against this one. And, you know, tomorrow, I don't know. Look at this. This is looking pretty luminous. This is already kind of, I don't know, kind of looking a little flat. You know, I'm just saying. You, like they used to say on Reading Rainbow, don't take my word for it. And then we saw him what? Montel, or what was his name? And then we saw him in Star Trek, huh? Hey, here's phthalo turquoise. See, it acts like phthalo. See that? This is a staining color. And these two are not. These two are not staining. This almost has, and again, very rarely I bust out me some ultramarine turquoise, because look at that. But, you know, who knows? So, there you go. Golden, I think they pronounce this core. Q-O-R. All right. There's another tube of paint around here, and it was by maybe Marie could help me out. It's from Connecticut. It's from Canada. Oh my goodness. He can't even say Canada. This show just gets gooder and gooder. Yes, I know that's not a word. You know, we're in the middle of arranging stuff here. And I put that tube in a little baggie. Well, this is so wet, I cannot work with it. So I gotta upstage our little friend here. I was wondering where this little guy went. Look at this little dude. Look at him. Oh, how cute. Did we do that one on here? I did this little mock-up at some point, and then I did a bigger one, and it got me a teaching gig because we used all the permatex in here. And what else is hiding in here? Ooh, this is a good time. And oh yeah, we did all this stuff. Remember all this stuff? Jeez. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use the back of this. So today's picture is brought to you by a wonderful another artist. You know those one artists that just they have a hard time calling themselves an artist. I can't relate. Oh yeah, okay, maybe I can relate that one time. Oh my goodness. I think there are some borrowers that moved into my house. I do have to. Can I just share something that just was so adorable? So we got summer camp going on. This is Tabitha's sketch card she did. Look how adorable that is. So Tabitha, I have to cover up her last name. And yeah, and then she's got her character's name there. So I sent out a homework assignment, and she liked one of the sketch cards I did. So we traded. My card was probably worth $300, and her card is going to probably be worth $5,000. Then this happened. I've been working with this gentleman, which he is not. This is not from a child. This is Pokemon. But I've been teaching traditional watercolor to Jeremy. If you're watching Jeremy, you're on blast right now. So look at this adorable painting, and it's kind of trading card size too. Look at that. Oh, so close. Just a titch. It's probably 2¼ by 3¼ Ooh. Cause this is 2½ by 3½ Oh, I'm so sorry. But this is what I love. Oh, I've got 3 more things to show you. Oh, yes. So, some of you people might be poo-pooing on comic books. Well, you better be careful, because you know what? There are some people in this world making beautiful things. You know how I like to share books? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Well, just a minute. I haven't opened it yet. My goodness. Do you have packages at your house you need to open? Sometimes I save them. Okay, so Jeremy came to class. He's been sick, but I don't even know how old Jeremy is. He's just too tall and handsome. But you know what I love about this is you got a traditional painting in the background. Look at this. This is blue, green, blue, yellow, green. Right in here. So this whole stuff around our little character are in cool colors. This is tonalism. Here's what I love. Look at these little markings on the ears and the tail. These are little same shapes. They're almost like those pins that you juggle with, right? And then you got these little circles. This is called triangulation. Then you got those cute eyes and red tongue. And what color is it? Red. This little amounts of red is wonderful in this big amounts of green. This is adorable. Oh, there it is. Jeremy Jacobs. I made him sign it. And then this is the name of the yeah, whatever they call them, Pokemons. Yeah, I'm more into like Star Wars and Star Trek, but luckily he's gonna trade me. I told him to send me 6 of his favorite Pokemon. I'd pick one to paint, like this. So look at that. These are 2 of my students, very different in age, making some amazing pieces. These look professional. See, so you keep hanging out with me. So I just showed you how you can learn this traditional. Oh my goodness. Ugh. I have to get out my new Swiss knife. Look at this fancy thing. Wow. Thank you, Grandpa. He left that behind, and I'm so grateful for my in-laws for letting me have it. Oh no, this is not the book I wanted to show you. Oh, but this is for Eric. Hey, Eric, that book came. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna start getting organized, friends. I thought this was another. Huh? No. No, it must not have came yet. Alright, whatever. So, I was such a good boy. I went to the bookstore. I had a bad trauma experience yesterday. I shipped off some cards. Oh, wonderful. 7 people here with 3 thumbs up. That's amazing. Do you know this? Do you know this character? But I bet you don't know it with a dinosaur. What? So, if any of you know, last year, my neighbor next to me in my studio, we were talking about putting cool stuff into some bad paintings that happened. And so she said, put some pterodactyls attacking Superman. And so I put pterodactyls in a traditional plein air painting. There was one that we did here. It was a really bad painting. I think I did it for one of my niece's kids. It was a barn. Anyways, I put pterodactyls in it, and it bit it up like crazy at Comic-Con. They loved it. I was like, oh, wow. So, this book, Batman Odyssey, I've been wanting it for a while. And I open it up, and you would not believe what I found. Are you ready? Check this out. What? Do you see it? It's a signed autographed book by the late Neil Adams. We lost Neil, about 3 years now, I think. So I reached out to Zia Adams, and I said, Zia, is this your dad's signature? Hi, Jamie. I'm glad you're here. I'm just sharing silly stories. And right now, we did a swatch out. And so anyways, I'm going to do some more pterodactyls this year for Comic-Con, since it was such a big hit. And this is my inspiration. I have always enjoyed comic books. My mother even came home one day with 5 banana boxes. No, we weren't monkeys. My mother just had a knack for finding people that had the things and she'd get it cheap. So she got like 5 banana boxes of comic books one time and brought it home. Because I'm over there working a summer job, and she wanted me to work for her in the ceramic shop. And so check this out. It was too funny. My mom comes home with all these boxes, and it was full of Neil Adams comic books. Well, at least his art was on the cover. I mean, you open it up, and it might have a different artist doing the inside. But this book, I'm gonna have to do a video on just this book. So I got a hold of Zia. She said that's probably Dad's signature. And then I got a hold of Chris, the older daughter. Zia's the younger one, Neil's daughters, and Chris also verified. It's probably Dad's tie. He signed a lot of these books. And they asked me how much I got it for, and I was kind of hesitant. But I scored it for 30 bucks. I was like, oh my goodness. So I talked to Zia today, and Zia painted this picture. The first picture in the book. She painted this to set the tone of... So if you haven't looked up Zia Adams, like the Adams family, look up her art. She just had a really cool art show. Yeah, I was just super stoked. And I love it because in this book, you're going to see black and whites and colors. Pretty cool. So this was, you know, individual comic books. And so this is called a graphic novel. There you go. Check it out. Coloring and pencil work. I'm loving this story where they're... Look at these dinosaurs. Oh my goodness. You know, I like me some dinosaurs. We've done some dinosaurs. I'm just quickly flip through here. I'm actually going to do a longer video just on this book, explaining how this could help a watercolors. Look at that. Look at that dynamic. I was looking for the other picture. Zia told me she did 2 pictures in here. Well, I went back to go get that book, and I have to cover up the price. And of course, there was another Neil Adams book, and I'm not gonna open it and see if it's signed, or I would scream if it is. So we're just gonna stop. But I have another book coming I really want to share with you. My buddy, he's coming out, well, we got to get painting. But, you know, there are some wonderful things out there to inspire us, friends. And there was a time where I was just in a funk, and I wasn't allowing that inspiration. And thankfully, someone spoke up, and now we're having good times here, right? So I need to turn my iPad on. Did I show you this cool pen I got from Daniel Smith? Look at that. Isn't that cool? This is lapis. This is a stone. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, I'm just trying to get this iPad to open up our reference photo, which helps to turn it off of airplane mode, right? I'm stoked about today's painting, and it's gonna go really quick. So I'm kind of under the gun, and we're gonna paint this cute little dude. And this is actually a cute little art studio, and behind it is a house that well, I'm gonna keep you updated. But yeah, look at this. Wouldn't you like that to be your cute little art studio? It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. So we're gonna actually paint it today. So it's a really, really simple drawing. And well, I got my pencil here. And you know what I like about these black wings is I can readjust that eraser. So we're gonna be going to this place and doing a plein air paint out with Fallbrook School of Arts. And I'm actually gonna be standing here with the students looking the other way at something super cool. So this is really just a really nice big tall box that is above the horizon. So this edge closest to us is taller, and this one here is wider. That's closer. This wall going back is not as wide because it's receding. So this kind of comes up a little bit more, but I was making it dynamic. It almost looks like that kind of tapers in. Yay, look, Eric, you'd be so proud of me. I'm at 100% and I'm plugged in. So, everybody just send Eric some love and peace towards him and his family. And all right, and we've got right about here is going to be that section with these cool sticks coming out. Right. This home was featured in a coffee table book. Not this, the home that's over there. And I didn't ask permission to share the house on my socials, so I'm not giving you the tour. But maybe in the near future, you could come and visit me. Whatever that means. This is gonna go in. Now, there's this cool architectural stuff. So this is hand built. These lovely people that lived here built this place, and they just barely passed away about a year and something. When the current homeowners bought it, they didn't know how long they were gonna live, so they could say, oh, you could just keep living here until, you either move or you whatever. So the lady just barely passed away at 100 and something. They believe this pepper tree here had special powers that kept her, she thought it kept her alive. So pretty cool. Interesting how somebody would put so much faith into a tree that's been transported from Mexico. Look at this lovely, I love this grown over stuff right here. It looks like a ruin. That's why we're doing it. Yes, this could go a little bit taller. So I was just trying to make sure I had a foreground first. So yeah, let's bring it down more. There we go. See that? Just be kind to yourself and in your drawing, exploring things. This is gonna go like that. Nice loosely rectangle. I'm gonna find this window by making my little X. So my little window is like right about here. This is shorter, this is wider. And it's going on this lovely angle. And we see in the inside of that part and the underneath, and look at that. We've got a window. So this comes up and this goes parallel to this top and this bottom. Guess what? We're gonna do this. Bum, 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 bum. And now we've got another window. And guess what? Oh no. My big old pinky hit. Oh, okay, we're good. Woo! This one's wider. This one's shorter. So we're here. This one is gonna come up. Now, this comes this way. This is on a perspective. This line goes that way. And this is a perspective lines, and now it comes this way. See if I put this ruler or pencil. So don't make it too cockeyed, or you're gonna feel like you're gonna fall over in your studio chair. We can't have that business. Where did Holy Hottie go? Is the Holy Hottie around? I think I heard movement. Did you guys hear it? This is a wonderful place. This place has fruit trees. She has like a produce company that comes and picks her grapefruits and her lovely oh my gosh, her husband, before he passed, planted these now I probably won't put this stuff here, but I sure will be putting these dudes right there. So how do we do this? Well, this is one way to do this. If I put my pencil this way, I come here and I do one of these, okay? I've created what's called a rhythm and a pattern. Now, how many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More. Well, we already found center, but center is where it goes into the wall. Say what? Yes. So right here, it's going into the wall in the center. Now we're gonna put this one towards the edge first, because there's a little gap before. And then we find the one in between. Now this is the part going into the wall, so keep it light. Then we got this one. And I hope you've been practicing your circles. Alright, check it out. Now we're gonna extend, 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 extend here. And I'm just a Polly the parrot. No, that's it. Polly wants a cracker. Like, I'm just being silly. So here we are, being silly. Now, yes, they're a little off, but you know what? You're not buying this. I would rather just paint these, but some of you have asked me to put more drawing in. Then we've got these shadows. The sun is here, it's in the afternoon. So I got a shadow here, some shadows there, and then we got these shadows. So just draw some lines doing shadows. Now, this, wow, Pretty wild. You know, takes a little finesse to get some of this in there. I'd rather paint it. Am I gonna put this cord here? No. But I do like some of them trees. Where do those trees start? Well, if I drop my pencil here, and if that line is going down, hey, that goes like that. These trees are kind of above and then going down. And then we've got this ground coverage. This kicks out a little bit more. Technically, we would have done a 3 perspective deal, dude. 3-point perspective to get complete nerd on you. There's this piece. These steps are so well done. Like, I'm so impressed with the craftsmanship of this little place. I mean, I don't know how old it is, but there was some other cool stuff on this property. I don't want to put it all on here because, like, I would feel so bad if, you know, some people watch this and then go to this individual's homestead and, yeah, not cool, dude. So, look at this little guys here. And then we've got that tree. But maybe someday you'll come visit me. And don't get too far into the weeds. This part's really simple. This is actually going to be this is to pitch that I'm having a Plein Air teaching. There's this little wall right here, and I'm kind of just bump that up. And there's that shadow. I'm going to stretch it over here and come down. That's fun. And now I'm turning this here as if I'm standing down here. And that is my drawing, and I'm sticking to it. Who's all here? Let's see. We have Lori. Lori. All right. And Jamie. And mind your own business. Hey. Just saw you yesterday. And we got T. Kelly in the house. Who's Pixie? Have you been here before? I'm drawing a blank. 3-point perspective. Ah! No, we're just gonna keep it painterly fun. I am teaching a perspective in drawing course currently. And then I'm gonna be doing one on a Zoom soon too. I know some people could definitely use it. Hint, hint, hint. Oh my goodness. Can we take like a 2-minute break just for a second? I'll let you get caught up if you are drawing with me. I've got to wet my whistle. All right. Alright, I'm back. And I am excited to tell you that I'm starting a new adventure. That adventure is this black tea. Have you had this tea? Okay, I'm kidding. I've had this tea before. But if you ever come to San Diego, I gotta take you to the Oceanside Harbor. Get you one of these cups. This place makes some really good Joe, because these fishermen, if you go to the Oceanside Harbor, you're not too far from the Top Gun house. Did you know that? Did you know that the house that's in Top Gun is in Oceanside? Well, guess what? They moved it closer to the pier. And they painted it different than it was in the movies, and the whole town squawked about it. Anyways, I digress. There is a Plein Air event coming up, and you should join us. It's a super good time. Oh, thank you. I needed my little lips. You know, when it starts getting warm, you're like, oh. Oh my goodness. Did you hear who passed away? The dad from, okay, it's old. It is old news. The dad from Duck Dynasty. So sad. Well, Eric, put in the chat, what color do you think I'm gonna use? Huh? What color? What's my first color? Put in the chat. You know, I had to resort to this. Ew! Someone needs to go to Target. Do you know what Target is? Target. It's a fancy way of saying Target. I don't know when the last time was I went to the Walmarts. I'm not allowed to go there anymore. You know, the doctor asks you all the time, like, are you impatient with people? Only if I go to Wally World. We've got this wonderful transparent pyro orange. Eric probably said the sky, and he was probably right. But we're gonna do something a little different today. I'm gonna put that down, and oh my goodness, that is not this Adobe color. So I put some pink into there, and this is now this, my lovely friends, is our pyro, or no, yeah, our pyro red with transparent pyro orange. All right. This side gets a little bit darker, so I get some lavender and drop it in. But not too much lavender. If you put too much lavender, we're not gonna have the color we need for our shadows. So I'm painting me just one nice little happy shape. But here, I need more water. This is not getting a blue sky. What? I kind of want to make this fun and mysterious. I do need enough pigment in here. So if you jumped the gun and already painted the sky, it's alright. Hakuna Matata. Now I am gonna put some green thing over here to create some contrast. But what I'm doing is getting rid of the white of the paper. Now I got some muck, so just dirty old stuff over here. I'm gonna put it over on this side, And wait, that's too orangey, so I need to put some more of that red back in here, pyro red. Now, what goes up must come down, because we have this thing called gravity. Now, this is going to get lighter, because I did that, and that, and that. Now, this has to be painted first. That's why I painted it first. Ha 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 ha. You learn little tricks of the trade when you're having to paint in front of people. And the trick is this had to be painted first to come back and do these shadows so that we are not having a full-on painting watercolor marathon today. Look at that. Splatter some paint. And that's pretty lovely. But wait, there's this. Guess what? More pigment. I was not this happy yesterday. There was some very unkind individual. Okay, I won't go there. Never mind. My wife's gonna come out here. Hey. Alright. Check this out. Bump, bump, bump. And then we do some green. Dun, dun, dun. Do. Now, agawas. Some waters. There we go. This is gotta look mysterious and exciting, where people are gonna go, oh, that looks fun. That's where you're taking us to go paint, Mr. Professor? Buddy, if you're still out there, I miss you. I used to have a student who, I think he just would forget my name, so he called me Mr. Professor. And he literally would stand right behind me. Here's my feet, and his foot was like right there. And if I were to step back from doing my demonstration, I'd step on him. He'd be like, whoa, 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 watch out, watch out. Why do you stand? One day I totally felt him breathing on the back of my neck. I was like, is that seriously his hot breath coming up on my neck? The answer is yes. Lord Jesus. What's this brick stuff look like? Nope. Not the mama. Well, while I have this nice light color stuff here, I'm gonna get some this green, or this goethite, and go psh, 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 psh. And then I'm gonna put some yellow stuff that went haywire. Did you see this yellow that just, I don't know what's going on in this corner. Oh my Lord. Look at this. Just pop, 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 pop. If you don't do this, you are missing out on the child's play. And I'm not talking Chucky. My daughter hates Chucky. I didn't let her watch it. She went to a sleepover and they watched it over there. I get this phone call at 2 in the morning. Mr. Stockton, your daughter wants to come home. Luckily, they only lived like, if you're watching this, Rouge, this is what really happened. I'm not gonna exaggerate. I go pick up my daughter like 4 blocks away, but they're like Utah blocks, okay? And the kids watched Chucky. This is when, as a good parent, I would always check these people out before my kid was gonna have a sleepover. Let's just say, the one time you let your guard down, they go to the house that they watch Chucky, and then forever, then your daughter is warped. And then here's the best part. Guess what? They were letting the kids sleep out on the trampoline in November. Have you ever been to Utah in November? Do you know where people go skiing at? Well, that's more like February. In April. It was rare it snowed on Christmas. But there was a couple. So yeah, I'm not from Utah. I did live in Utah for a little bit. And by the grace of God Almighty himself, and I'm not being religious, I'm just grateful for my higher power. Check it out. I bring my kid home. She's freezing. I was like, dude, do you want to, like, I'm just so early in the morning. You're just a different person, right? But yeah, Chucky. The one time. Guess what? There weren't many more. Those, watch these greens. Watch how I do these greens. I'm putting some green stuff in. And, you guys are like, you literally are gonna, like, enter this to school for them to use for the advertisement? Yes. And the only way it happens is if I enjoy this. But I get to enjoy it with you. Yeah, so let's just say Rouge really didn't do much sleepovers after that. Thanks to those people. And then Chucky. Wow. Not my first pick. Anyways, this it's now some fuller darks. So we put some stuff down, and I'm still using this mop. This is called painting wet into wet. I'm doing all the mixing, and this is, some people look at this palette of mine. Sorry, it's way over there. You just don't see the photo reference now. Let's see how this is turning out. Holy mackerel. Interesting. All right, so here we go. And bump. And where's our tree brush? Mr. Tree Brush. So do not do this to a new Perla. Now, I had this one before I did what I did. For all 8 of you with 9 thumbs up, someone must have fell asleep on the East Coast. See this? This is an old Perla. This is probably my first Perla. Look, that ferrule is still crimped on there. I marked this so that, remember, this is the first Perla. I bought this thing at a state sale. Now, back in its heyday, this was not a cheap brush. So I took my shears. The only problem is it's such a soft hair, it holds more water. This one holds less water. At times I need this one, but this is the go-to. This is just paste. You got to see this first. And there might be a few of you watching here. There's actually a couple people. There's someone. Do you guys remember the truck we did? Remember the old-timey truck with the little houses stacked up on it? It sold. She might even be watching right now. And I know there's a way to show pictures on my phone while doing these lives, but, well, Eric knows me and the technologies. Look at these. These are the fun, just playing. This should feel like I'm enjoying life. And now the wet, soggy tree brush, it's getting fuller spots, and you're gonna see the difference. You saw it here first. Kidding. Watch this tree branch. And this tree branch. What? And there'll be another one. There's a lot of wonderful things going on, but we're hoping that some of this stuff's going to quiet down. Praise report. So you heard last week Escoda came through for the brushes. Daniel Smith for the paint. And we're going to do watercolor ground. And then Cheap Joe's, Friday is their last day. Their doors are closing on Friday. So it's your last chance to do anything Cheap Joe's. They came through one more time for me. Bless their hearts. Brian Dudley is an amazing man. I can't wait to see him again. The guy is twice my size, and somehow I'm going to be able to jump up and hug his neck. Brian Dudley, he does not watch my show. Maybe he does. If you're watching, Brian, dude, quit making me have happy tears. That guy, I just messaged him and said, hey, you know, I kind of still need watercolor paper for the Jordan trip. And he said, hey, I got you. And so, but Daniel Smith came forward for the watercolor ground and paints. Thank goodness. So we've got this lovely stuff, and there's a nice little swoop. No, one of these. Swoop, yeah. We're gonna take watercolor grounds, and I'm gonna first show them how to paint on just good old watercolor paper. That's coming from Cheap Joe's. And I had one person donate some watercolor paper. So grateful. Whoa, camera. And, you know, if you want to donate some, whatever you see fit, just message me. So if for some reason we don't get to go because of the stuff that's going on there right now, but I've heard some cool things that happen with all that will keep us going. So, but yeah, just, I would love the opportunity. There's some other opportunities for some abroad stuff too coming up. And I don't want to announce anything. Well, it's not happening this year. Definitely not this year. Now, I'm putting in some other stuff in here. So getting rid of the Y of the page, I'm able to put in this lovely grasses and goodness. Now, I know what this individual... Gabriel, I don't know if I wanted people to see how the grass... She has other houses on her property. Oh my goodness. I didn't tell them who you were. What a great little place this is. I'm looking forward to doing the Plein Air class. I have to get this done today so they can put it on the website at the school. So we will have this Plein Air, and she's got fruit trees all over the place. There, she's so hospitable. She's so like hospitable. Yeah. She got like a mother-in-law house, not for a mother-in-law, but we got places to go potty if you gotta go potty. We'll be standing right here looking this way at this old, really cool Adobe looking garage that used to be an old mechanic shop that this guy would do import cars. Put this green down, and then with paste, after it's not glossy, we're going to put some yellows, but I gotta go lighter. This is almost gouache back here. Now I'm gonna get rid of this brush for a little bit, and I'm gonna get this Ultimo. Now the Ultimos are doing really good, and they're gonna keep rocking those Ultimos. Now, I don't want to go too high right here, but I am getting rid of some of the white of the page. And if you've got questions, put them into the chats there. And now I need some of this yellow business in here. This has got a little bit of Chinese white and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's got to look like the sun's hitting right here really good. And then I'm going to put that shadow. And Eric, put in the chat what we're going to use for the shadows, because this is ready for shadows for sure. Or Marie. All 8 of you. 11 thumbs up. Oh my goodness. How is there 11 thumbs up and 8 people? Some people have come and gone already. Yeah, you're probably gonna just, I have that disease too, You get that alert and then you're like, oh yeah, I better go take care of that. Go handle your business and come back. Do you notice something here? We've got some big shapes. We've got this big shape, small shape, and other shape. This is a papa in volume-wise, baby bear, volume-wise, mama bear, and volume-wise. What am I saying? Volume-wise, volume-wise. I'm saying, this feels very light and airy. This feels heavy. This feels light and airy, but it's got a lot of shadows. Could even have a little more blue right down in there. All right, this isn't quite ready, but I do gotta get this done, and that is just a real quick boop, boop, boop. Right here, boop, boop, and then cobalt blue, boop, and then over here, some buff titanium this way, and these little breakups. And there's little stones and stuff, and if you wanted later, you could go little stone, and wouldn't this be a fun little place to live at and have your studio? I'm just saying. Now, I'm gonna do something a little different, you know, because some of you, it's just time. It's just time. It's... dun, 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 dun. You gotta get, boom, boom, boom. One of them. One of these. Alright. Put in the chat if you know what the name of this is. And that color. The answer. Drum roll, please. Moonglow. Yes. What's in the chat? Cobalt blue. No. Cobalt blue was us just looking at that other company's stuff. Alright. So, but we'll use the cobalt blue water because my other water is green. So, why did I put it there? I have no idea. Taking a sip. Cheers. This is tea. I have not had any alcohol since December 18th. Now, it has nothing to do with you. Just my current, not that I had a problem with alcohol, but I'll tell you what, my body and my brain likes me. Now, things I say on here, you don't have to take personal. I'm not that kind of person. If I say something that offends you, that just means you haven't gotten to know me long enough yet. And I'm sorry. Offending people is not my motive. And well, let's just say, if that person is not moving on in my life, I've got to. So, there you go. And some of you know what I'm talking about, some of you don't. I'll just leave it like that. Oh! Some Sleeping Beauty. Right in there. Bam! Doop-doo-doop, doop-doo-doop. Let the boys be boys. Let the girls be girls. I don't know. How's this go? My childhood had a lot of music. The 90s, the 80s. That's why you're always hearing me coming up with some silliness. I think I was presented with a lot of choices at a very young age that I just had to grow up quick. Now, my daughter didn't have to grow up quick. She's just an old soul. Like, and my son, so many people are like, your son Guy is so well behaved. He's just quiet. Like, I actually sometimes worried, like, hey, what are you over there thinking? You know, you gotta worry about those quiet ones. Not in that way, but now this is charging lavender. The lavenders, all right? I could probably just do cobalt blue also here. That makes me want to go paint in that place. I'm using, you could use a chisel or a cat's tongue, and I'm turning this, cutting things in. Now, this brush should not cost you that much. Oh, look at it. I don't use it that much. It's a number 16. What? Yeah, number 16, like my regular perla. Can I do this with my regular perla? I sure can, ladies and gentlemen. But not this. This right here is going to do this. You've got to, if you were to take one other course, I mean, I could teach it, but it's been so long. It's Chinese brushing, and you go like this, and like this, and like this, and like this, and then you can really complain about wasting paper. I could do this, thick to thin. Just turn it. See this? This is turning your brush. You know, like this. Remember we used to do this? Hey, I need some of this. Not this. Not this. Not this. Not this. Not. I pinch your head. Can you name that show? I pinch your head. I think it's the Mighty Python. Watch this tapering. What? It's magic. I gotta watch out there. Look at this one. Now I'm not doing the drain, but this one comes down. A couple little ones. You do not, look where I'm holding the brush. You do not want to be tight and controlled on this thing. If you do, it's gonna look, it's gonna look. Have you seen someone put a dress on and they're normally like a blue jean person? Now, my mother always wore those like, my mom did not wear heels, but she wore another kind of heels. Can you tell I really enjoyed my mom. There's something to say about a mama's boy, but yeah, whatever. Whatever, man. My mother, you know those old-timey cowboy boots that are like lace-ups? I'm looking at the picture, and our picture, I'll try to move over there. Now you can see both. My mother would wear these lace-up boots with her church dresses. But there was one time one of my stepfathers, that sounds so horrible. One of my many stepfathers wanted my mom to wear like a tight dress thing. Oh my gosh. So not these shadows around this electrical box, all right? Nah. But it was so funny. We kind of like teased her a little bit. It's like, you know, one of those like skirts that someone would wear to like a wedding, and you're like, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to wear that kind of dress to a wedding, and people are gonna think you're that one kind of person if you catch you when I'm putting down. I'll tell you what, it was my mom. I did not let my mom leave the house. Mom, don't do that one. And he bought that dress. Let's just say that marriage didn't work out very long. Some little dots and dashes right here. Not that yeah. There's the wires there. That's kind of neat. And I'm holding this ever so loosely. Now, those shadows are going to move, friend. If you are so set on getting the shadows perfect, guess what? In 5 minutes, they move. I'm just saying. Now, we're going to get into those, and now we're going to switch our brush. I'm gonna go to a smaller Perla that makes these things. So this is probably like a number 10. It's definitely not an 8, and it's definitely not a 12 or a 14, so it's probably a 10. The 10 in a studio brush looks a little different than a 10 in a travel brush. That's my next question for Escoda. Not that it's a bad thing, it just, that was pretty cool engineering. I miss my friends. I really would like to go to Spain next year. Put in the chat, would you like to go to Spain with me? Here. That cool giant chapel of a thing that's never been finished. It's supposed to be getting finished. That's, of course, number 1 is Escoda. Number 2 is Snowflake. Snowflake is number 2. Snowflake is the only albino gorilla, which I need to get her painted for Comic-Con. I want to go to Escoda and see my good friend Joseph and Ricard and Giovanni. Those guys, they are the most generous people. So we could go see them. Put in the chat if you've been to Spain. Put in the chat if you haven't been to Spain. Put in the chat you don't care. I'm just putting it out there that we can all go. And if we're gonna go, we have to go to Girona. Girona, look it up. It's like a hop and a jump over, and we gotta go see Barbie. No, not the doll. I interviewed her. Did you guys see the interview? Alright. I'm sure you did. Her interview went really well on the YouTubes. Carrie Wallers is really done really well. There's just several people. So Angela Barbie used to get people like Joseph with Escoda. Angela was gonna have me come out, and then anyway, whatever. So there's a whole bunch of wonderful things that we could do in Spain. See this? This is this one. This is this one. This is that one. So now, if I take my brush and go, womp. Oh, look at that. Womp. All right. Ooh, I'm telling. Whoa, that was that stinking blue water. Guess what we're doing now? Ha ha ha. This core water. Thank you, core water. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Would you look at that? Oh Lord Jesus. Thanks, core water, for their wonderful contribution to Now I Have a Blue Sky. And God bless you and your company. Well, there you go. We're gonna do blue sky now with just the water from the core paint. Oh my word. I'm glad I didn't put that in my tea or coffee. Oof. I'm not bad mouthing, okay? Actually, I'll tell you what I do like about core. No, not core. Look. Maybe if I take off this super cool leather thing. Do you see that blue water? That was from the one paint out. There. Though this will not show up in the photo. for the school thing. So, whatever. I dropped that down in there. Great. Well, that was just experimentally. My glasses, sometimes they're now so old they make me kind of say nasally words. It's time to get new glasses. It's probably time to go get a new prescription. I'm turning 50, you guys. I'm not going through a midlife crisis. That's for sure. Eric, I said, no, I'm not. He's cracking up. I'm gonna just get this little edge of the building here. You know, I hope you make some fun friends. And if you haven't made some friends recently, find something that you would like to, you know, bug somebody about. I'm doing that with two curtain people right now. They're so interesting to me. And they get my silliness, I hope. This gets more thicker paint, and I'm gonna land this plane here. You remember the loose goose? I haven't used the loose goose in a long time. The loose goose, you're still gonna be able to get your mittens on. Even though Cheap Joe's is, you know, the thing. They're not the only ones. There's some other companies out there too. And just pray for those little small pop and shop. If you can buy from them first. I mean, it's too late for these dudes, but I'm putting a little more information in that window. Some stuff got a little lost. And this fingernail. So, guess what? Thank you, Grandpa. Thank you to my father-in-law. Thank you to my wife. I now have a decent knife. What do we got here? That one. This one. Ooh. I got me a screwdriver. I got that thing. What's this one? This is legit. You should have one of these before you turn 50. No, I'm not gonna cut my finger. Is this the file? This is a file. No. What does this one do, you guys? What's that hole for? Pretty cool. Look, I got Phillips. Hot dog, and it's not metric. Kidding. Okay, I'm just praise report, and I'm buying me some time because I'm waiting for this to get at the right spot if I'm going to use a knife. And then we're going to wrap this up. Guess what? We're going to do this one. So typically I do this with my fingernail. There shouldn't be any kids watching this, but if you are, you should have an adult. See that little white? Come on, camera. Do I tap the screen? La 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 la. Focus! I can see it really good. Dang. Alright, whatever. Forget about it. There's one over here. You could do this with an X-Acto knife too. There we go. I just put my hand in this paint or that paint. One of them. Alright. There needs to be some shadows right here. I'm now moving down to a smaller brush, but there's always a big but. This is a big loose goose. My loose goose. If you go over to, I gotta find out first, before I tell you. I have to find out if I can share it. Where'd you go? Richard! Da-da-da-da! Aha! Lizard lick. Thank you, lizard lick. Not loose goose, lizard lick. Lizard who? So this brush, if it's your first time here, it looks like a lizard sticking its tongue out. I normally stick my tongue out. So I'm gonna get my same mixture that I've been using. But look at where I'm holding the brush. Da, da, da. Hey, if you're watching the replay on this, let me know. It always makes me cheery and happy knowing that there's people watching these later. And some of you have left some questions, and I have answered them. Now there's a couple of little bricks in here. These little bricks are just little added calligraphies. This is called calligraphy and not details. There's little boop, boop, boop. Alright, a little doop, doop, doop. If it helps you do this, 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 and then that, that, that. There's a pattern. I have a pattern, but I'm looking more than painting. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one right here. I press all the way down, and now come down. See that? That's how I give myself control. What? There's these little bricks up in here, and there, and here, and there. Do you see it popping yet? That's right. There's little bricks right in there and there. Let's get those. That little top edge. There's a little crack right here. Look, I'm not holding the brush down by the ferrule. I am not. I had a little lady come up to me recently and go, she doesn't even paint with us, but she enjoys watching the show. Isn't that funny? Girl, paint. I have watched a lot of videos and not painted with them, just because maybe I'm doing something else. Like driving. No, say it's not true. You're not that guy. You really don't see any dots and dashes in there. Just a couple here. Boop, boop. Not too much. I want you up in there. All right, the side. Let's land the plane. But before I do, I want to put this one last shadow up front. So, bigger brush. That shadow's nice and big right here. Here. It comes up, turn, twist, and go over. What did I just do? I turn and twist. Woo! Say it isn't true. He did that. My little tiny fingernail. So sad. Little guy. There's a rock. This is my strap. We're gonna put that a little bit lighter, a little bit darker right here. That looks 3D enough, ladies and gentlemen. This has some other little shadows. We've got a papa, a mama, and a baby bear. You gotta say it like your... What's the bear's name from the Muppets? Do you even care? Come on, put it in the chat. What is the bear's name? Do not ask Google. Big cheaters. Google. Google. What is the name? Is it Fonzie? I think it is. I can't believe I'm aging myself. Who are the Muppets? You mean Muppet Babies? Muppet Babies. Yeah, talk about Saturday morning cartoons. Muppet Babies, they'll make your dreams come true. Muppet Babies. I don't even think that was it. All right. I hope you find some joy today. I'll tell you what, it's not fun being sad. And look at that. Fuzzy E-Bear. Yeah. Yep, you got it. Yeah, thank you, T. Kelly. Young whippersnapper. Yeah, I never thought turning 50 years old, I would be called a baby. What the heck demographic am I hanging out with that I'm being called a baby? And you can't call me a baby because you're only 6 years older than me. No. Look at this. Watch this. Really quick. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Wow. This is the only brush that you can do that singing with. Can you keep it up? Yes, you can. Do it all day long. Hey, if I saw this painting, heck yeah, I'm gonna go on that class. I might even fly there and stay in Fallbrook. That's right. This class is gonna be in Fallbrook, and the next day or two it will be posted because I got the picture done, so we can advertise it. All right. We also were waiting for a little insurance okay stuff. We gotta cover our arses. Whatever, mister. Check that out. It's missing something. Yes, thank you, Mr. Left Brain. You can go now. The exit is that way. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know what's happening, but I've been listening to some good old punk rock music lately. Oh, I know why, because I've been doing a lot of the punk rock Spider-Man stuff. Have you seen the Spider-Man? You know how, did you watch the Loki series? Put your hands up. Um, the Loki series had the multi-universe of different Lokis. There was even like a Loki alligator. This is geek stuff I'm talking about. Sorry if you don't know. A lot of Christians watch the Loki thing. But anyways, I digress. The Spider-Man now has different Spider-Mans. And there's one, he is punk rock. They're all teenagers, you know? Like, that's a fun story to look up that Lee talks about, Stan Lee, about doing Spider-Man. They actually wanted him to kill. There was a comic book that wasn't doing well, and they said, do that Spidey thing that you were like trying to pitch. Nobody's going to be interested in him. That'll definitely. And about a week later, he's like, hey, you know that Spider Kid Brat thing or whatever? I told you it would do so well. Just like all great movies. Did you know Home Alone had a really rough start? Home Alone got shuffled around quite a bit. Yeah, I'm really nerding out on you now, huh? Big nerd. Get out of here. I like those little steps. Makes me want to go up there and do some painting. Well, this was a lovely day. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and circus people of all sorts, or not. I've got some other stuff to get done. And, oh yeah, another wonderful praise report. We're sending off a painting to watercolor number 7, or, yeah, number 7 in Thessaloniki, Greece. So yeah, you want to go to Thessaloniki, Greece? Yeah. I've done that show a couple times now, and I was very honored to be asked to do it again, along with some amazing. I put it on the social media stuff. You can go see. If you don't believe me, or if it's like 2090, I don't know. It probably won't even be on Wikipedia. What's Wikipedia? They got rid of that? Alright. We're done. What do you think? How did yours turn out? If you want to show it to me, just come on over. Just, you know where the front door is. Just knock on the door. Or you can just go info@GabrielStocktonFineArt.com. Sign up for our newsletter, because we still got some more wonderful things to share in the newsletter. It is time for me to send the new newsletter out, and I really mean it this time. It's going out. And it needs a signature, huh? Yeah. Eric. What? Eric's probably dozing off big time. Those East Coasters. I'm trying to think of the pet. What was it? What were they called? Pet Shop Boys. East Coast. West Coast. Was it East Coast Boys, West Coast Girls, or was it the other way around? I'm really pulling out all the trivia tonight. I bought my ticket to go see FF. Did you get your ticket to go see FF? Okay, my wife's gonna start worrying about me now. What are you talking about on there? FF. Babe, do you know what FF is? She's trying to think it out. I might have to make my wife play our favorite strategy game tonight. Well, I don't know if it's her favorite, because I let her win every time. I'm trying to get that look come around the corner at me. Strategico. Do you have it? Do you have that game? If not, do it. Strategico. I'm probably saying it wrong, Eric. Done. That was it. All right. Well, thank you so much. Who was all here? I'm checking in the chat. Paula loves art and loves this. T. Kelly in the house. James was here. And Ken. All right. San Sebastian. A coast that rocky and beautiful. Oh, nice. We'll come on over. I'm looking for somewhere to go on my birthday, October 15th. I mean, I know someone in Canada, or two, several few in Montreal. I'm just saying. Hello, from Paula. I want to see Spain. T. Kelly says in the house. Clint Little, like you work. I'm 67. I have been playing with watercolors and acrylics, having fun. Right on. And Eric, Pixie, and we got Mind Your Business with Shelly, and we got Jamie and Marie, and Lonnie was the first. Well, thank you so much. I'm now going to sign this painting, call it Dunsky, take a picture, and it's off to the races. Watch this. This is something I usually don't do, but we did talk about a little drawing, and look at this little edge. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to do that. And I'm going to go bump, bump, bump. Like this. And then guess what I'm going to do? Dun, dun, dun. Like this. And then I'm going to go big wiggle, wiggle. A little something like that. And then I'm going to come here and do my rock. And then I'm going to do this. And I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to go boom, 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 boom. And then behind this rock. And here. And then down and go like this. And then that is not my G. And I'm going to do these, this, little of that, and then I'm going to go right here. That's a G, that's a B, R. Oh no, I went right into wet paint. Oh. And this brush, and this thing was on its way out. Well, sorry. I see. I'm not perfect. Oh, you know what? Yay! do. Your friend Gabriel Stockton found all these for $1. For $1. And I just found out you can get, so this is the green one. Typically I use the blue Tombow. And it never hurts to stay up until 1 in the morning searching for the best deals. No, get your rest. Get your rest. Yeah. I used to get these for free from Cheap Joe's, and then I had to go, holy cow, I was telling people to buy these things. And I went to my favorite bookstore. If you ever come to San Diego, I'll take you to my favorite bookstore. And I hope you got an hour and a half. See this brush? Or this, it's so, I keep calling it a brush, but it literally is like so soft, it acts like, so this is Sumi ink. It's a Tombow pen. And it's still good. See that? And this was wet. And that pen was just, it's a dying one. Sometimes I keep the dry ones around because you could do really cool hair with a dry, like a brush that's almost, I mean like a marker. So for instance, I can do, can you see it? Let's zoom in. Joan is here. How you been, Joan? All right, Paula, hello. So I can do this, and you know what? I'll tell you what. Some of the most interesting superheroes have had the most interesting hairdos. There's a great blog about it. This now can come over like this and do one of them, and this one can kind of come up and go like that, and this one like this. And this one can come over like this. And I'm doing this on Kilimanjaro watercolor paper. And now this one is bigger and heavier and hanging down more. And this one goes down. And you're really going, oh my gosh, like, what is he making, that silly guy? And this goes like that. And hold on 2 seconds. 1,000, 1,000 and a quarter, 1,000 and a half, 1,000 and 3/4. My goodness. And 2 1,000. There we are. And so we come down. Oh well, now I need the other one because that one's all crazy, right? And you're like, Gabriel, when are we gonna start doing portraits? When there's enough people that are like bugging me about this, we're gonna do some portraits. And sweet goatee. you know, going from landscapes to portraits is actually pretty easy. And bum, bum, bum. Oh my goodness. If you've never watched the video that I shared about painting my friend's dreadlocks, and then she cut them all off, and then her husband's like, "Can you do a portrait of my wife?" And I go, "Yeah, I love her dreadlocks." And then she cut them all off, and then it almost felt like a whole nother person. So it wasn't anything spiritual though, which so I'm not making light. But I gotta learn how to do this African American hair, and I'm showing you right now how I did it. There's some cobalt blues, and then this lovely stuff in there. So this is like some lovely goodness, and this stuff, and then we got these lavenders, and look at that. Doesn't that just look like lovely? Oh, I'm not on camera. My bad. And as long as you don't see my yep. So here we go. We're gonna get right into there. Now I'm just gonna add some water. And now I'm gonna put this Jean Brilliant here, and then some cobalt blue here, and then I get some browns. But yeah, someone has requested some flesh tones, which is great. Oh my goodness. Enough with the stories. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much, all 9 of you that are still here. All you wonderful people that are watching the replay. Come join us sometimes. Hey, look, it looks like this person has their arms up. Throw your arms up. Throw your arms up. Like, throw your arms up. Throw your arms up. All right. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. I will be back here at the same time. And, he's a Spider-Man fan. Or is this Freddy Krueger? Oh, jeez. That was the other... Oh, my God. Nope. Good night. Have a wonderful week. See ya. Toodaloo. I'm gonna go chase the holy hottie. Bye, guys. We'll end with this one. Dun 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 dun! That's what we did. Thanks for watching. You're so talented. Good night. Bye, Jean. Bye, Paula. Bye, Joan. Joan's trying Plein Air. Awesome. You're in Vancouver. Cool. Well, email me some of your stuff. I'd like to see. Long time. All right, bye.